Hello everybody, Kaventia here, but you can call me Cav. I'm here at Invictus Launch Week, and today is the first day. It is MISC and their brand new sister-daughter skunkworksy kind of performance company called MIRAI, and behind me is the Crusader kind of showroomy area-y thing. So let's have a look around. So here we have the Ares and Hercules kind of area. These things are just basically a single-seater wing, a bunch of pretty decent missiles, and one huge off-axis gun. All of these ships are available to rent. This one's the Ares Starfighter Inferno, often shortened just to Ares Inferno, and all you need to do is click on rent and you can borrow this ship, I think, for 48 hours and have a fly around. And the same for every ship that's going to be on over the next, I think it's 10 days, something like that. So that one, it has a huge ballistic weapon on it for all of the effect. And this one has a huge laser cannon. And this one is called the Ares Ion. I think this one was a really good fighter when it initially came out, and these are specifically designed to be kind of big ship or capital ship destroyers. The Hercules, which are this trio of chunky ships over here. We'll start off with the C2. The C2 Hercules is the biggest and best cargo ship at the moment. Has a huge amount of interior space. It has a front ramp and a back ramp, and these are designed to transport some of the biggest ground vehicles in the game. Tons of space in there. You can fit a whole load of vehicles in there, and you can even fit some smaller ships. This next one, I believe, is the A2 Starlifter, and this is their ultimate ship for Crusader right now. We've got a bunch of Augmates here who are all at the show having a look around, but I thought I'd showcase this. This ship is particularly interesting because it has these things, these MOBs, mother of all bombs, I think, something like that. These are size 10 bombs, and these are dropped out from the ship, and these can cause huge damage in like a 1 kilometer blast radius, and it has 4 of them. Pretty awesome. And the A2 is also the most equipped with the most amount of turrets and remote weapons. So you can see no shortage of pretty large weapons, including ones that can protect the rear. And then the final one is kind of the one that fits between the two. It has almost as much internal capacity as the C2, and it has almost as much guns as the A2. It's kind of middle in the price as well, and this one's known as the M2. For all these ships, you can get in, you can have a look around, you can check out the upper floors. So if you do get a chance to come along to Invictus, it's pretty cool. We have a Smilex maybe clipped through the floor. Or maybe beneath me. I don't know what happened to him. It could be lag. Who knows? Hey, here we go. This is the Crusader A1 Spirit. So like we saw the big bombing A2 up above, this is the kind of lighter, smaller and more maneuverable version of the A2 that's going to drop smaller bombs. This one's not in game just yet, it's in concept. It is available at this event. A quick reminder, you can get all ships eventually in the game for in-game money. So nobody needs to pay real-world money for ships, as you can buy every ship eventually in-game. However, this one is available with the kind of standard Invictus Launch Week insurance. Many ships that will be available for purchase in the pledge store for Invictus Launch Week will come with a kind of standard 120-month insurance, which is one of the best insurances that you can get right now, with the exception of lifetime insurance, LTI, lifetime insurance. Yeah. Kazuto looking very smart here in his threads. How you doing? Around here, I think, yeah, we have got the new MIRAI. You see a bunch of my Augmakes clustering around here. So MIRAI is a new brand. They've decided to put I thought they decided to have the MISC Razor be changed over to the MIRAI Razor. However, this one is currently saying MISC. I guess they're maybe in the process of changing it. So the Razor, this one in particular, is the Razor EX, I believe. Yep. This is the stealth variant. The standard variant, I think, is a racer. But they've also got some weapons on them, very nimble, very quick, and this is the stealth variant of that. One of Killbeard, who's obviously just escaped from prison's favourite ship. This one is the military version of the Freelancer. This is basically a missile boat. It's got an absolute ton of weapons. Looks like it's got some missiles in there. It's got a ton of missiles under here. What are these? I don't know what these are. If you know what these are, feel free to tell me in the comments below, because I've got no idea. Are they extra missiles? Are they like big torpedoes? They just look like, I don't know. Don't know what they are. The Starfarer Gemini. So the Starfarer itself is a massive refueling ship. I always forget how big this ship is. It's not until you kind of walk around it that you really get a sense for scale. So each one of these is a giant fuel pod, and so this ship can basically go around and supply your fleet with fuel, can refuel your fighters, and will be super useful when we get out to places like Pyro, so that some of the smaller ships could be refueled in order to be able to travel further. Actually, never seen this version before, and I gotta admit, it looks pretty chunky and looks pretty intimidating, especially with that nose full of missiles. That's really cool. They kind of look like spiky teeth or something. Very angry looking ship. Looks like it's got huge like shoulder haunches. It's kind of cool. And over the far side, we have the Reliant, and given that it's got these kind of ball and socket weapons on the end, my guess would be the Reliant Tana. Yeah, Reliant Tana. Cool. This is a kind of cool design. You've got like this bubble cockpit going on here that kills in. Hello, Kill. And you've got two seats. And the kind of unique feature of this is when it goes into flight mode, these wings that are currently out sideways, they go vertical. So it's a really kind of cool design using some of the Xi'an tech. Xi'an is an alien race. The newest and coolest hot stuff for today, maybe for the event, are these little beasties. So this one here, let's rent it, why not? In fact, let's go inside. Yeah.
The UEE Navy small but elite crew of vehicle operators.
Cool.
Combat search and rescue training. They are some of the few
Quite a nice view from in here.
who are invited to train on the hostile.
So this one's still saying MISC. Obviously the MIRAI, this one's the MIRAI Fury, still is a kind of sister company to MISC, or like a skunk works for their Xi'an tech. I quite like the kind of clean a MFD and all of the switches above, leaving you most of the cockpit for view for combat, and the guns coming out of the side. It's really, really small. Kind of reminds me of a smart car or a Mini or something. And it's got these cool kind of thrusters that I believe can spin around 360 or at least 180, which means it can thrust in all kinds of different directions. I think it's going to be quite a lot of fun to have a fly around. It's got 4 size 2 weapons on it, which is quite a lot of firepower in a small package, and 4 missiles. And the alternative variant is just across from us. Can I get out? There we go. Ooh. And the alternative variant, this one over here, I think is the MISC MIRAI MX. Let's rent it. Why not? This one's classified as a snub bomber. So that's how you rent if you ever want to come here and rent one of the ships. 20 Halo-mounted missiles devastate targets during short-range space combat. And the reason why it says short-range space combat is because, unlike most ships, this doesn't have a quantum drive. They said that it would basically have to become twice as big if they wanted to add a quantum drive to it. So this is a snub fighter, very small, very compact, and essentially you should be able to fit this in a whole big variety of ships. And I'm going to rent me one of these. Quite interested to use this for some stealth combat. Stealth is a kind of underutilized mechanic in the game right now, lacked a little bit of love, but that's all I've managed to find so far at the convention. I've been Cav. Thank you for joining me for this quick look at Invictus Launch Day 1. Please feel free to come along with friends, grab yourself some ships to try out, and that's about it for me. Thank you for watching, thank you for your time, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Look at Fontaine. You feeling alright there, buddy? How you doing? You're looking a little staggery there. Have you intentionally broke your leg so you wander around? You're looking a little worse for wear there, my friend. No, crashed. Hello, Kaventia here, but you can call me Cav. Oi.